I had to do yesterday. I probably have to move that just slightly for it to take notice. I'm not going to worry about the sheep too much while it's still raining. Or at least this early in the morning. So, weather. What's the weather doing today? It is raining through to lunchtime and then it's raining tonight. We have a cloudy day tomorrow. That'll be the last day of fall. Sunday is early winter. Monday is early winter with snow. And Tuesday is... winter looks to be fairly mild. Obviously freezing temperatures when winter comes about. 44 up to the end of fall. So, how are our fields? That's the next important question. Still fruit types, growing. Harvested. That's the field we put... Oh, that's the field I was going to plant with canola. Dude! When are we supposed to do that? Dang. Canola. Still 41 degrees. Anytime... I'm going to have to get that ready for this afternoon. When the rain stops. Whoa. That was a little bit unexpected. So this one here is oilseed radish. That's fine. It's going to do what it's going to do. We're not ploughing that in until spring when we plant the sunflowers in that field. These two fields are barley and it doesn't look like they've grown any. That's oilseed radish. What's 5? Oh, 5's clover, that's right. Is that field plant? That field might be planted. 18 is the one I want canola in. And 18 has canola in. Okay. Okay, no panic. 3 potentially I'm going to rip up. So let's... grass... Not red. Oh, somebody drove across the middle of that. So our grass fields aren't very well grown. This one here... and that one there. So this is grass, this is grass. This should be the same level of growth as that one. So should this one. I need to check that field. I didn't. I walked into that field, I picked up the sugar beet crate. This is still not growing. This is worrying. I need this to grow. It's still coming up as grass germinated. It's not growing. Why not? Well, maybe I've wrecked that field by ploughing it and planting it. I'm pretty sure that putting clover in the field will not auto-replenish the thing. So, all we have to do today is look after our animals and pretty much nothing else. So, why is 8 fully grown? Well, no, 8's partially grown. 8 is oilseed radish. I can turn off grass again. Boop. Contracts, there are fertilizing contracts. There's a new one on 21, a new one on... no, that's baling. But it's raining. We're not going to get a lot done today, I don't think. So I think for the rest of the day I'm really just looking at taking care of the sheep as and when they need it. Which is nice. I mean, this is the time of year I don't need to do much. Great demand at Seven Springs, L Point. Oh, someone's demanding a lot of eggs. That one. So, eggs are in great... Good grief. The only thing is I think eggs are only about 250 litres per box, so not a great deal. Still only 250. We need to get out with some clover hay, that's the bottom field, and then top up the top one. And it stopped raining, so as predicted, lunchtime. So, I'll grab a clover hay bale. Don't usually feed the sheep this late in the day, but I have noticed on the YouTubers who have cattle, they try and do the same thing at the same time every day. Now, the YouTubers I watch are not dairy farmers, so it's not like... I suppose Tom Pemberton might be, but they're not, you know, we have to milk the cows now this minute because they've turned up and they want to be milked. They're just meat, yeah. What is it? Beef cattle. So, but they do feed them at the same time every day, and the cows are very happy to see you. You know, it's the morning, the sun rose 2 hours ago, and you brought me hay. And it seems to be they expect it same time every day. Honestly, no idea how sheep work, but we're going to have to go into the field anyway because this is a bale, so we've got to put it down and pick it up. Sometimes I forget that. I'll lift that up so we clear the gatepost. Woo. I think the Merlot might be a better telehandler because it has a standard 3-point linkage at the back, which means you can install a weight on it, which is not something you can do on most other telehandlers. Okay, sweep that up because... Okay, how is this farm, or this field? Clover silage is about halfway. If I grab some clover silage, oh, that one needs all of it. We'll do it the other way around. So, clover hay, whatever's left, we'll drag up to the top field. Then we'll come back, grab some clover silage, and do that. Run over here. The water in. So I think this field is done. It's close enough. It'll need, yeah, well, if we do a top up of clover silage rather than, yeah, whatever's left, that'll be fine. So let's grab that. Oh, let's back up. Okay. So the remainder of the clover hay we'll put in the top field, then we'll go grab a clover silage bale. And I'm going to shut the gate, because I should do. You should shut it when you drove in, but I didn't, so. So 451 litres left in this bale. Yeah, it's not going to make a substantial difference to the top field, but it's good enough. 35,000 ready. Oh. Okay, we'll grab the broom and do the broomy stuff. Did I miss it? Yes. I will say I prefer the broom to the little robot cleaner that we had in 17. Much as that was fun. Okay. That's the top field. We have added clover hay. That's more than half. That's more than half. That's at more than half. That is decimated. So, go grab ourselves clover silage. We'll fill this. Whoops, we'll run over a sheep. Oh, poor sheep. Go grab some clover silage. Grab it from our top supply. Now what I could do is move our clover silage from where it is and stick it in that back area which we used to use for what are they called? Root crop storage. And I don't anymore because, well, when they added Maize Plus to this map, they didn't add Maize Plus to the storage silos. So if you grow triticale, spelt, or miscanthus, you can't store it anywhere on the map. So I had to use a different mod for silage extension, and it extends to the point that it will take almost everything, including sugar beets and potatoes and onions and carrots and all of the seed types that I have running from Realistic Seeder, which is kind of weird. Not that I'm using it to store my seeds. I could do, but that's a little bit too unrealistic, I think. Okay, off. Dang! That all went. Yeah. Okay, so I actually needed 2 bales. So we'll go get another one. How about that? I guess I wasn't paying attention there. Okay, we'll get them watered too. We'll stop dragging the forks on the ground. Bounce. So this is actually where I had decided to store all of my silage when I started playing. And the only reason I've got those bales in the bottom field is because I started off with the round ones and I didn't have a round bale pickup handler thing trailer, so that was kind of awkward. Because it would involve, I would have to get a bale spike and just ship them up one at a time. And I figured, well, I'm going to be feeding the sheep anyway with them, so I'll just keep them down there. And as the sheep need them, I'll just pull one at a time. But that involves driving all the way across the lower sheep field, bramblewood field, whatever it's called, and so I would have to drive all the way down there and then all the way back up here in order to feed them in this field. Okay, so that is now full of clover silage. Full of clover silage, mostly hay. So there's more than 50%. That will last us till this time tomorrow. This one, if we top up with the clover silage we have, it won't fill it. I can't even get close to that. We've got 540 litres, so that will be sufficient to take us over 50%. We'll have to top up the lower field tomorrow, and I paused it up again. Let's try this one more time. There now. Okay. That is hitched precariously on the pallet forks. You'll see there that the grass, the grass we cut yesterday that was semi-dry has been rained on, so it's now wet grass. Drive. Do drive. Boof. And I'll just drop this over the wall. Then we'll go fetch ourselves some sugar beets because these guys are really chewing through them. Okay, again with the extension. Dropping and lifting, and the more dropping, and the more lifting. There we go. Alright. Back to the joystick control. So, sugar beets and done. Who's the most used up? They're over half. They're well over half. Actually, we don't need sugar beets today. We'll ignore the sugar beets. I suppose I could check on contracts, but really I'm kind of the point where we could skip today contracts as well. Potentially last day of fall, I will need to go out and check my fields. I might do that in the Land Rover. See if any of the fields could be sprayed with herbicide, the grass fields need to be harvested or anything like that. Really, for right now, that is today totally taken care of. I would say. I'm kind of happy where we are. Hey, dog. Oh, you've already got some. Okay. So again, there's baling contracts. They take me a while. I might. 2,000 in field 37. Oh, field 37's up behind 36. Not field I've messed with much, I must admit. But for right now, our farm is looking... Where have we got that? Spelt. Yeah. So yes, tomorrow morning we'll take the Land Rover out, we'll inspect our fields more closely and make some decisions on what the last day of fall is going to entail. But for right now, I think... Oh, all machines and tools from CSC are on sale. That's cool. Not really fussed about that, but that's cool. And here comes the rain again. Through to 5 o'clock. Now, I don't know if it's dark now because of the weather or dark now because the sun's setting. But I don't need to wake up until 8 o'clock in the morning if I'm allowed to sleep at all. So it's 5 o'clock. 6, 7, 8. And the most I can sleep is 14 hours, so I guess that is what... Oh no! I slept 14 hours yesterday, so that's what it defaulted to. Okay. No worries. So 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness, it's really dark. Yes. So, oh my goodness, it's really dark. Does the dog need fed? No, he's still got food. Turn that off. So, animals. We need to take care of our sheeps. They're still not... We're still a little ways from baby sheeps. So baby sheeps are going to arrive during winter. Yeah. So they need a ton of food. They need a ton of food. So later on this morning, maybe the first thing to take care of. We've probably got a few hours before that needs to worry. We are going to have to deal with the sheep. Ooh, what's one of those? Oh, wait. So, yeah. And all the CSC stuff. I don't think there's anything else out on sale at the moment. Nope. So yeah, like yesterday, we had... I think it was... One of these was on sale. But I don't have cows, so I don't need that. So we'll check. So yeah, lots and lots of weeds. That's not good. So I'm going to drive out to these fields. We're going to check to see if they're grown enough that I can put herbicide on them, and that one. This one, potentially. The oilseed radish, not going to do it because we have to plough that in, and that might count as crop harvest as far as herbicide goes, so the herbicide we put on would not be... or it would not be protected from herbicide, from weeds any longer. Applying herbicide is until you next harvest, and I don't know how that works with that sort of thing. The grass is, again, it's not ready to harvest in any of these three fields, 8, 9 and 3. So, I don't know if we're going to get another grass cut today, this year. Potentially they're ready. And when we go out in the Land Rover, we'll take a look. This field not ready, this field not even close to ready. So again, doesn't look like our grass over here is doing what it's supposed to. Still counting as germinated, so hopefully it'll dormant over winter and then it might grow next year. And that may be the problem I've got with the grass in behind the cowshed, is that it'll start growing in spring. If it doesn't grow in spring, I could plough it back in again and replant it again, and we'll see what happens. What else do we have going on? There's nothing else really going on. We've got the barley over here, we've got the canola over here. We've got to wait till spring before we can do much of anything else. most of these fields are growing, which is unfortunate because I would really like to buy another field, but they all have crops in. That has carrots, that has canola. I mean, we could just buy them and, you know, the yield is what it is, because I mean, obviously grass fields, we could buy grass fields, plough them up, plant arable crops, and they'll grow to our liking. We'll be able to lime the field, plough it, fertilise it, and plant it with something nice. But otherwise we're looking at, you know, field 31. It didn't need to be ploughed, so that was an advantage. So all I've pulled off here is I have a field that needs lime and we can look at that and compare it. So this is our field, which is fully, no, it's only partially limed. This is the existing field. Actually doesn't look too bad. 5.5 there. It may be a little bit down, but for the most part, no. I would say the lime on 31 is the same as 27, so it's not anything to panic about. And the nitrogen is exactly what it needs to be, because it's we applied that after we bought the field. So potentially we could buy any field, and the only thing it will be short of is nitrogen. So maybe I'm not too worried about buying a field in spring that has somebody else's crop in it. The only problem is you know, fields that need to be ploughed, because we won't be able to. Actually, it looks like most of the farmers around here are also really good at ploughing their fields. Nice. So, you know, not too much loss in the way of what the fields are expected to yield. The only problem is the pink dots, and we will deal with those this year, probably spring, at least on our fields. But anyway, that is pretty much what we're doing this week. We have done 42 contracts, so we have 58 more to go to complete that thing, and then we're off. That'll be another achievement completed. So what I'm going to say now is everybody have a good weekend. We will be back next week on Saturday with some more from Oakfield Farm Farming Agency Edition. But for right now, have a good weekend, have a good week, and I am out of here.